Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Between Realms, where we deep dive into fandoms, pop culture, and the psychology behind our favorite fantasy worlds. I'm your host Carrington, and today we are unpacking how the internet transformed fandoms from niche interests to mainstream movements, and what that means for our mental health. Whether you're a devoted Harry Potter fan, a Marvel aficionado, or know every detail about Lord of the Rings, you've likely seen fandom culture explode over the last few decades. It's incredible how what once felt like a secret obsession has now become a vibrant, interconnected community. And this is thanks to the internet and social media platforms. In the 90s and early 2000s, this was the dawn of the internet. Websites like fanfic.net and LiveJournal allowed fans to share their work with one another. This was way before AO3. Online fan communities provide a vital social outlet, especially for those who may struggle to find acceptance in day-to-day life. Before the internet, being a fangirl or a fanboy was just like a guilty pleasure that you didn't really tell people about, only whispered about among your closest friends that you trusted wouldn't leak it at school. With this came the emergence of online forums. This allowed fans to safely and discreetly discuss theories, the next Marvel comic drop, what character would you be in Lord of the Rings. This connection was pivotal because it created a safe space where fans could be themselves. With this space to freely express their interest and creativity, they realized they weren't alone, and this added to numbers and they realized they really weren't alone, and more people felt the way they did than they realized. Now let's consider the impact of some of these early fandom spaces. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Applied Social Psychology showed that participating in fan communities can enhance a person's sense of belonging, which is crucial to mental well-being. Many of these spaces became havens for acceptance and camaraderie, a lot of times fostering friendships that extended beyond the original topic that they connected over. Now fast forwarding to today, the age of social media. This is where we've really found our strength in numbers. Platforms like YouTube have become breeding grounds for fan edits, theories, discussions, reactions. Research from the International Journal of Internet Science highlight that platforms like YouTube foster a sense of community among fans. This promotes active engagement, which reinforces that emotional connection. Think about it, all the channels dedicated to analyzing the characters of the MCU or the underlying themes of a Sarah J. Maas book. These videos not only entertain, but encourage viewers to engage with their own emotions and think in deeper ways. These platforms allow fans to create and share, which transforms passive consumption into active participation. And then there's Instagram, where fans can showcase their creative abilities through art or cosplay. And the art comes in many forms, from actual drawing, painting, to online creations, graphic design, and writing. Many people found jobs working for their favorite fandoms on set of creative opportunities because of platforms like Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Now, TikTok revolutionized fandom communities, specifically because its algorithm allowed for so many niche parts of these fandom communities to thrive. You can be a Harry Potter fan and never see a Marauders edit on your For You page ever. It also brought together several generations of fans within these different fandoms. And through social media platforms and the internet, not only do we have the umbrella overarching fandoms, we also have sub-fandoms and sub-fandoms, and it just keeps going and going and going like an Easter egg situation. Now let's address the age-old trope of nerd versus jock. The significance of the cultural shift of nerd and what it looks like today. So for years, being passionate about a fantasy world was very socially unacceptable. However, over the past few decades, there's been a huge shift in this. According to a study done by Pew Research Center, 70% of Americans now believe that nerd culture has become mainstream. This shift has not only changed the narrative around fandoms, but has also changed the social hierarchy within workplaces and school. By the success of superhero movies and fantasy series dominating success in box offices and streaming platforms, being a nerd is something to be celebrated now. Be it anime, superhero lore, or fantasy novels, fandoms are now a space where all passions can thrive. So what does this all mean for our mental health? With the normalization of these fandoms comes the potential for profound psychological benefits. Fandoms serve as critical support system, particularly for individuals that deal with social anxiety, depression, or other mental health challenges. In a survey conducted by the American Psychological Association, 65% of respondents reported that they used fandoms to cope cope with real-life stressors. Meaning that by engaging with fandoms, it was a positive coping mechanism that helped them in that moment when they were dealing with those real-life stressors. These communities provide a sense of belonging, and while sometimes they can be used for escapism in the moment after a bad day, a lot of times they're lifelines. So let's celebrate how far we've come. From secret fan clubs to millions of voices sharing in the pain and joy of a fantasy world, the evolution of fandoms is a testament to our need for community and understanding. Looking ahead, we must advocate for our communities to ensure that fandom spaces remain inclusive and supportive. Whether you're into Marvel, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, or any other beloved fandom, let's work together to foster these connections that mean so much for so many. Thank you guys for tuning in to the second episode of Between Realms. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the evolution of fandoms and their psychological impact, please subscribe and send this to a friend that you think would enjoy it too. Now go be your own hero. Love you, bye.